I want to share with you guys how I'm using ChatGPT to help me write my book. So I have the voice feature pulled up right here. We're going to do a new chat, and I am going to show you exactly what I do with this to help me write. I need you to help me write a chapter in my book on the digestive system. I'm going to tell you everything I think I know about it. I want you to tell me what holes I'm missing and any places that I might have inaccurate information.
Absolutely. I'd love to help with that. Just go ahead and share what you know about the digestive system, and I'll help fill in any gaps or clarify any misconceptions whenever you're ready.
So I'm a physical therapist, and I did not get a lot of schooling in this. So a lot of this is going to come from my anecdotal knowledge and the fact that my dad and brother are dentists. So to start out, I know that digestion starts in the mouth, right? And it starts with our salivary glands, and it starts with our chewing and what we're chewing and the signals that get sent to our brain while we're chewing about what the heck it is we're eating and what the stomach and the rest of the digestive system might have coming for it. Once it goes down our esophagus, whatever it is that we're eating, I think it ends up in our stomach, and there's various acids within the stomach and various things that break down that food, whatever it was. And then this is where I kind of get lost. I think that there's some absorption that happens within the stomach and through the intestines, our small intestine and large intestine, and ultimately we excrete whatever's not helpful to us, and we retain and absorb whatever is helpful to us, as far as the nutrient density of that food.
That's a great. To build on what you shared, absolutely, digestion begins in the mouth with saliva and chewing, and that helps break down food and signals the rest of the digestive system. Then, after the food travels down the esophagus, it indeed reaches the stomach, where gastric juices and enzymes break down proteins and further process the food. You're also correct that most nutrient absorption happens in the small intestine, which is where enzymes from the pancreas and bile from the liver help break down fats, carbs, and proteins. The large intestine mainly absorbs water and electrolytes and forms waste. But if you have any specific areas you're uncertain about or want more detail on, just let me know and we can dive deeper.
Yeah, how does the small intestine do that absorption?
Great question. The small intestine is lined with tiny finger-like projections called villi and even smaller microvilli on the surface of those villi. These structures massively increase the surface area, allowing for efficient absorption. The walls of the small intestine have transport proteins that help move nutrients like amino acids, sugars, fatty acids, and vitamins from the intestine into the bloodstream. Plus, there are specialized enzymes that break down complex molecules into simpler ones, making absorption even more efficient. It's a pretty remarkable system.
What role do hormones play in the digestive system?
Hormones play a big role in regulating digestion and ensuring that everything happens in the right sequence. For example, gastrin is a hormone that stimulates the stomach to produce acid, which helps break down food. Then there's secretin, which prompts the pancreas to release bicarbonate to neutralize stomach acid as the food enters the small intestine. Cholecystokinin, or CCK, signals the gallbladder to release bile to help digest fats. And then you have hormones like ghrelin and leptin that help regulate appetite and signal to your brain when you're hungry or full. All these hormones work together to keep the digestive process smooth and efficient.
What do GLP-1s do to our digestive system and the hormones?
GLP-1, or glucagon-like peptide 1, is a hormone that plays a really interesting role in digestion and metabolism. It's released from the intestines in response to food intake, and it helps stimulate insulin secretion, which helps lower blood sugar levels. It also slows down gastric emptying, meaning it makes the stomach empty more slowly, which helps you feel fuller for longer. Plus, GLP-1 can reduce appetite and promote a feeling of satiety, which is why GLP-1 receptor agonists are sometimes used in diabetes and in weight management. Overall, GLP-1 helps coordinate the digestive process and supports better blood sugar control.
Is its relationship to insulin why it was originally prescribed for patients who have diabetes?
Exactly. The relationship between GLP-1 and insulin is a big reason why GLP-1 receptor agonists were initially developed and prescribed for type 2 diabetes. by enhancing insulin secretion in response to meals and reducing the amount of glucose produced by the liver. GLP-1 helps keep blood sugar levels more stable. Plus, the added benefit of slowing gastric emptying and reducing appetite makes it helpful for managing weight as well. So it's definitely a multifaceted approach that's been really impactful for diabetes treatment.
This is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but what are the potential side effects of these drugs on our other systems in our body and that hormone specifically that's designed for our digestive system, but what else is it doing to the rest of our body?
Absolutely, it's definitely a good point to consider the broader effects. While GLP-1 receptor agonists are generally well tolerated, they can have some side effects. For instance, because they slow gastric emptying, some people might experience nausea, vomiting, or even diarrhea, especially when first starting the medication. Over time, these side effects often improve. In terms of other systems, GLP-1 can have some effects on the cardiovascular system. Some studies suggest it might help improve heart health, reducing the risk of heart disease, which is a nice bonus. On the flip side, there's also a potential for pancreatitis. So it's something healthcare providers keep an eye on. There's also ongoing research into the potential long term effects, but overall, they're considered pretty safe and effective when used appropriately.
That was helpful. Thanks.
You're very welcome. If you have any more questions or need more details on any other topic, just let me know. I'm happy to help.
Okay, so it transcribes that whole thing for me, right? Now that was long-winded, and I had genuine curious questions that I had to ask it and find out the answers to, which you got to see there, right? Now listen, I'm not going to take this for gospel. I don't. I don't think anybody ever should. But I know a little bit about healthcare. I know a little bit about the digestive system. I was honest in that prompt, and it's given me this transcript of what we just talked about, right? Now, what's cool is here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask it to make an outline of that. Let's see. Make an outline of that conversation for my book chapter. Here you go, folks. Here it is. It's going to be backwards for you. Okay, but gives us a good overview. Okay? Gives us a really good overview. And I'm going to be very transparent in how I'm writing this book. Like, this is helping a lot. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today. Keep moving.